Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crate Expectations. Little man is all grown up. Oh no, that's just his lifter unit, Sarah. Again, Hel- hello, lifter unit, Sarah.
Ah,
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thanks. Thanks for asking.
So many people have called me lifter units.
It's
Uh,
just so good. It's like it's perfect. It's very fitting, and I can say that because I wasn't the one who came up with it. So I'm just perpetuating it is all. And
I'm,
eventually, what I've learned is if you make enough content and say things enough, that people will start saying that it is you who came up with it, even if you tell them it isn't.
so you're just going to keep going with it.
Yeah, yeah. People will be like, Zareth calls her lifter unit Sarah. Oh, that Zareth, he's so clever.
Ah, oh man. So anyway, my new nickname. Although actually, did you? I had it. Sorry to go off on a tangent already. Discord made me pick my username today because that's what Discord is now doing apparently.
Oh, you only did it today?
Yeah. I don't know if I
Ooh,
just wasn't paying attention, but then today it was
you
like, hey,
weren't.
pick your username. I'm like, all right.
Narrator, she wasn't.
uh, so
Oh, did you get the one that you wanted?
I did. It's not lifter unit, Sarah. Sorry.
So I got on about 30 minutes after
Hmm.
they started doing it, and someone had already taken Zareth.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Seriously.
You're
So
joking.
no, no, seriously, like there was some part of my ego that's like, that's right, people think I'm important enough that they're gonna just steal it from me and try to extort it from me later. But I'm just Zareth underscore prevails, which is kind of what my screen name has evolved into anyways. So
Right. Man. No. No one took celiac, Sarah. And I don't know if I should be offended or impressed.
I know, I know. You need like the big subs, like 16,000. It's so much, so much.
Oh man.
uh,
Anyway, moving on.
I thought you were gonna just like rename your account like Little Man or something.
Uh, feel like I had a point to my tangent of a Discord username story thing.
Oh.
Um, but I've already forgotten it.
Yeah, you're right. I kind of just interrupted you and derailed us.
It's
You're
gone.
like, I'm gonna derail things already. I'm like, no, no, I'm gonna derail the derailment.
And it's downhill from here.
Yeah, it would already wasn't like didn't have that much elevation anyways, but just keeps going like
Ah,
finding new lows. It's good.
oh
Um,
man.
yeah, so good. You you weren't punished for your lack of vision. No, like Fatal apparently
Hmm.
had someone offer like he got his is just Fatal, and
Hmm.
apparently someone offered him like $500 for it.
What?
Yeah, but like for him to give up his username
How
to
much
them.
money would someone have to offer you to give up your username?
If I thought that they'd pay $500, I'd probably try to milk it a little bit. I won't lie, but I feel like $1,000 sounds nice, and if they're like yes, okay, I'd be like, oh, I went way too low.
That's
I've
the
made a
thing. Like,
huge mistake.
what's the limit? Oh man. Whatever.
You know what I would do? Because it would just be inconvenient to me to find another one. I'd probably be like, oh, actually, I'm not going to do it. I just wanted to see if I could get you to agree to $1,000.
You would do that.
That's very within keeping of what I would do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
100%.
all
Ah,
right. So, Galaxy of Heroes, I guess.
right, that
I
game.
suppose. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, so we're in another ship chase.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. No. Nay.
I'm not a big fan this time.
Me neither. I feel like, and I know people say like it's in your head or whatever, but it does feel like the drop rate is worse this time.
My RNG is so much worse on my
Hmm.
main account. You've mostly been doing it on my alt.
It's not much better there, let me tell you.
Did you just miss it? Did you just miss a day and now you're like,
No.
oh yeah, bad RNG. Yeah, yeah, me too.
Honestly, I wish that was true because it would just be funnier. But no, I like paranoidly, paranoyingly. I don't even know.
You're paranoying me.
I keep checking how many shards PX has, and I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of making me
Mm,
worry. It's fine. Or everything is totally fine.
yeah,
Situation normal.
yeah. You're like, it's not my account. Can't see it from my house.
Not my monkeys, not my circus. Uh,
Uh,
but it's worse, right?
well, for my like I'm at the point like so I've bought most of the 200s on my main account because every time it's like I can't get a good before the first one I was like consistent and I think I got really good RNG like I finished a date early so
Mhm.
I know that it's probably just the RNG karma or whatever but like the other one it was like all right, I got a 6. Oh, there's a 5. Ooh, 5, that sucks. Like 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. Like every time I do like a 20 count sim.
Mhm.
And it was perfect. And this time, literally today on my main account, I did all the way through all the 200s and I got 10 shards
Total.
total. Maybe it was 15, I forget.
That's
I told you
obscene.
how much. I told you how many I got,
You
so
told
I
me
don't want to be consistent.
you told me 10.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Well, as long as my story to you is accurate, then we're good. But no, it like I had multiple times that I simmed 20 and got one.
Yeah.
Like just like phone breakingly bad. And now my average has to be. It has to be. It's high.
It's
It's
high.
very high.
I did a 200 refresh earlier today. So I've been doing one, two, like into what the first 200s every day. Um, and I have to average 34 shards a day, which is annoying. It's high.
How,
Um,
how many a day?
34.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about where my main is at, actually. Almost
So
exactly.
so I was like, oh, I'll just do another 200 today because then maybe it'll give me a little bit of breathing room later on. So I did another 200 right before my reset, and I got one shard out of the 12 sims. And I was like, that one shard just cost me 200 crystals. Thank you so much.
The CG was probably like, "You're welcome."
Uh, I censored myself because we're on your channel.
Good. Control thyself.
Uh,
Uh,
it's so much. Oh, man, it's just, I don't like it. I don't like it.
yeah, me either. I'm. It sucks. It's no good.
Yeah, no. Oh, and I bought the like that $10 pack that comes out on Mondays and Tuesdays. Um, so I bought it today because I always buy it on Tuesday for whatever reason. Um, and I still
Not
was
weird.
behind schedule. I know, but I was behind in my shards that I needed today, even with the
Yeah.
extra energy from the pack.
Yeah, that's rough. Well, maybe I just won't get the Mark 6. I'll be like, you know what? I never wanted Leviathan, anyways.
Yeah, we don't need it.
We secretly did, though. So how close are you on getting Leviathan, like the prep for your account?
Hmm.
You're what? You're 10 million GP, right?
Almost. I think I'm 9.8.
Dude, how is Professor X catching you? He's at like 9 now.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
No.
I wouldn't know. I only own the account. You're the one who plays it.
Mhm. I'm I'm 9.8 and a half.
Ooh, you sound like
And a
my
little bit.
9-year-old. My 9. He's like, how old are you? 9 3/4.
Yeah. Um, I feel like, well, okay, I could inflate my GP more, but I need all that gear and relic materials for Leviathan. So,
Yeah, but
and
I'm
for
not.
and for Cal. So, no.
But I'm not inflating my account either.
Didn't
Like,
you just chase a squirrel of like, I swear you just put
doesn't
relics
sound
on.
like me.
I swear you just put relics on something and I was like, "What?" Okay.
Hmm.
It was probably a raid team.
Maybe. I've been surprisingly non-frivolous with that account lately. Actually, like I got Cal up to Relic 5 because I wanted to try him with Starkiller, and that's actually been a really good match. He's been great with Starkiller.
Really?
My next experiment is going to be with Seer on that squad and Malgus.
Hmm. Interesting. Like Malgus
Cause
lead?
yeah,
Oh.
or maybe Seer lead. Maybe it's Seer lead. I saw someone do something crazy with it once, and I'm not sure. I couldn't find it to replicate it, but like just like stomped. What was it, like Lord Vader or something? Just destroyed it. It was really interesting.
I wonder if it was Seer lead. No, I'm curious though.
Are you seriously considering that too?
No. We can leave the squirrel chasing to PX.
All right. Yeah, he's pretty good at chasing those damn squirrels, those stupid things. So
Uh,
yeah. So okay. So how close are you?
mhm.
I don't know if you answered.
To Leviathan?
Yeah.
Like the characters?
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing you have all the ships farmed and everything, like
Hmm.
except for, of course, the chase and the
And
Malgus ship,
the conquest one. So I have
Fury Interceptor.
six characters left to get to the right relic levels. Uh, Malik has to go from relic 8 to relic 9. And Sith Trooper, Sith Empire Trooper, HK, and Darth Maul have to go from 5 to 7. And Sortie, I just got her to gear 12. But I just need like less than 100 Kairos for her and she'll be ready for relics.
Nice.
So at least it's not awful. Honestly, it's the signal data. I still need over 250 of the green and the blue signal data.
What are you spending your conquest currency on?
Signal data.
That was the correct answer. Congratulations.
All of the signal data.
No, honestly, I need to make a video of this. Like, so all the different things that you buy, like the things you buy with the various currencies in the game. And
Yeah.
to me, signal data has become one of the number one priorities to buy in any way, shape, or form.
Hmm.
If you're gonna spend money on it on the game, like unless you haven't bought the conquest pass, which actually the conquest pass will just get you more signal data anyways.
Yeah.
In fact, like uh, if you're gonna spend money on a resource in the game, it should be on signal data, in my opinion. Like that's like signal data, bronzium wiring, and Kairos. Those are the biggest bottlenecks right now.
It's it's just ridiculous. Like, oh look, I have 8 of the blue again.
Oh, and zetas also.
Oh yeah. Anything else you want to add to the list?
I mean, Omicrons. Yeah, I could. Why don't you sit down? I'll make you a list.
Uh, It's kind of sad.
Well, bronzium wiring is so like it. The, people are so desperate for bronzium wiring that I joke. I'm like, okay, maybe the Cal Survivor thing on Zepho will just be a land of like bronzium wiring, you
We
know,
all
and people like don't laugh. They just like, oh, like you could see them like they're like salivating almost. They're like, that sounds real nice.
They're like, yeah, please, that would be great.
Oh yeah, good idea. Like, yeah, that's not gonna happen, but it does sound real nice. Like but it's the dumbest. Like, I wish that they hadn't made bronzium wiring purchasable with the raid currency because
Oh,
because I mean it's a worthless trade off. Like you
it
never want to
is.
spend currency on it, and it makes you scroll over farther if you want to get to this Jawa scavenger if you're searching
Yeah,
for
good point.
bronzium wiring. But other than that, those like small annoyances. It's also just like that's them publishing that this is the intended bottleneck. Like they're
Mm,
like they hired Ewoks to blare the horn like do 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 like hear ye. Um, we we want you to suffer with bronzium wiring.
yeah. The I think the raid currency, like the bronzium wiring price in the raid store, was like the nail in the coffin for me with it. I'm like, this is just not only was it like the them calling it out that this is the bottleneck, I also was like, I'm a little insulted that you would even do this.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's this is like your landlord just like saying like, yeah, I'm gouging you for rent.
Right.
You know, it's just like, thanks, Dick. Like, could we have just been had like a polite, passive aggressive silence toward each other instead? Like that would have been better than you just telling me that and mocking me that I have to pay more money. But this not doesn't reflect real life at all, folks. I'm sure. So, no,
It's bad. It's bad.
it's bad. The wiring
Yeah.
or housing, yeah, both.
Or
So,
both.
yeah.
Uh,
No, no, the bronzium wiring is seriously like I don't know. Like my main account doesn't really care. Honestly, like my main account is past it. Like I can just farm the Chirotech node and get all the bronzium wiring that I need. Like that my main account is fine. My two other accounts,
not so
that's the
much.
struggle. Professor X is just so destitute on bronzium wiring. Like
Hmm.
that's the bottleneck for that account right now.
And we farm that Cairo node like crazy.
Oh, we don't farm the characters
We do farm the characters, and then we go farm the Kairos. We do a lot of
like
refreshes
crazy.
like
Yeah,
crazy.
like okay,
Like crazy.
that is sounds crazy.
There's a
So,
lot of I don't know if you know Professor X is kind of bleeding crystals right now.
why do you think I'm trying to win all my GACs on that account?
I'm just like refresh, refresh, refresh.
Jeez, just spamming that button.
Uh,
Gosh,
yeah, sorry.
yeah, that's all right. So you do this. You've been awesome and farming like this needed gear for my Leviathan on that account,
Yeah.
and you do this thing where you just like pre-craft the gear.
Hmm.
So I'm always like, oh, I don't have enough. I don't have hardly anything. Oh, I have half of what I need.
Yeah. I just end up like I'm like, you need it, so I'll just put it on.
No, it's totally fine. Like what you've been doing though is like you're not just like applying the gear. Like the
Hmm.
gear needs individual components, and
Yeah,
you
and I'll
pre-craft that,
yeah.
and it just messes with like it's not a bad thing. I'm just always like, wait, Okay. All right. We're good.
You log in and you're like, nothing changed, and where did my gear go?
Yeah. Where are my crystals?
Why are all my characters out of 85 shards?
You know what the scariest threat people have given me before is?
Hmm.
They're like, I'm gonna tell Sarah to gear Lobot.
No, no, people don't say that.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
a like they'll threaten to have you go far, like gear something awful on that account. I'm like, don't you dare do that.
the thing is, I get your account and my account messed up so often that a lot of the time I'm like, crap, whose account am I even in? Like, before I go and do something. And I feel like if I were to go and farm and gear Lobot, Karma would have me do it on my own account by accident.
I mean, I would hope that that's what happened. Yes, I wish that on you.
The only place I don't get confused, I will just say this, is in Conquest because you have like the roster right there on the top left. So I just automatically look over. I'm like, how many GLs? Okay.
Yeah, thanks. You judge me for my poverty, do you?
No, it just makes it so much easier for me to know what I'm doing. Uh, it's fine. Everything is fine.
That's fine. I almost said something mean.
I was actually going to ask you because you mentioned it with the Leviathan requirements. How close do you think Professor X is to it realistically? Because I know it's tight. Like we got a lot of gearing to do.
Yeah, not too close, frankly. So almost everyone's at least a gear 12. There's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of relic needed. I think I just got Sortie done, which I mean she's like the least of it, right? She's like relic 5, but
Right.
and so I got the top and the bottom done, which is
That's
nice.
what she said. Sorry. Go on.
I want to meet this girl.
Uh,
Uh, she says a lot of stuff. So we have yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be like I'll for sure miss the initial like I think my goal, whether or not it's realistic, because I could use all those programs that like tell you like, oh yeah, you're like 37 days of signal data away, and that just annoys me.
hmm
So instead, I would just go in blind, which is worse probably.
Probably.
But which is what she said. But she my I think my goal is to get it on the second time around.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I think a lot of people are making that goal.
Well, it's a tricky thing too, because at some point I'm gonna have to ask you to stop spending all my crystals
Oh,
so that I
right.
can. I mean, Conquest needs them, so that's. I mean, and that's really probably the biggest difference right now, honestly.
hmm
Well, and farming ships, and I mean,
hmm
yeah, like just totally bleeding crystals, yeah. But
Yeah.
uh, at some point, like, so one of the most frustrating things on that account so
hmm
far has been the fact that I don't have a 7-star profundity. And just
Yeah.
like slow farming it is like it's still at 5 stars after I've had it unlocked for a really long. Like I unlocked Jabba after, like way after profundity, and I
hmm
still only have a 5-star profundity.
Yeah. Because it's so slow.
It is, and at this point, I'm like, it's probably not worth the crystals to like. It'll be 6 stars in a couple months.
hmm
Gosh, it's like a full year from now. I'll finally have a 7-star profundity. Like we'll be working on the fourth GL ship.
That is a crazy thought to think.
It actually is. I'm a little sad. I thought it,
Wow.
but but I would prefer not to go through that with Leviathan, frankly.
hmm Right. So we're gonna have to stop refreshing so that we can refresh Leviathan.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of had that thought for my own account as well, and it made me sad.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. Like it's more that's like the real cost. Like that it's a really sneaky thing because if you're gonna put all that effort into getting Leviathan early, are
Hmm.
you really going to say no to spending an extra like $100 on crystals to get it to 7 stars? I mean, it's even more than $100.
Yeah, because you need like what, 20? If you do it on the first top, like the day that you unlock it, it's 24,000 crystals. Is that right? 25?
24,500, I believe.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, it's a lot. So good times, right?
Yay.
I know.
I
I
gotta
know.
start winning some Grand Arena matches.
Good luck.
Sad.
I know. It actually is sad. No, I mean it's sad. It's sad because like I'm not saying it's sad because I don't think you can win GAC matches. Like you've shown yourself to be good enough at GAC that like you don't have issues there. Frankly, the problem is, I was saying like, why do you think I'm trying to win GAC matches with my with that account
Mm-hmm.
with Professor X? And I mean it's half true, but the fact is, if I won, I think I won out actually last week. I think I
Yeah,
won the
you
whole
got
thing.
first.
Yeah, you're just like opening my mail and
I'm
stuff.
like,
I'm
yeah, look at
always,
that.
but no, but I like it's just a couple. Maybe next week will be an easy one too. Who knows? But then comes the bludgeon, and I'll just get destroyed for a while. I won't win anything
Right.
because that's just how the matchups work. And I've made my peace. I mean, I've mostly been fine anyways with the way the ladder works. But at the same time, it's just a little bit. I don't know.
Disheartening.
I guess a
Frustrating.
little bit discouraging.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, you can't earn more crystals. That's the lie.
Right.
Like you can earn more in a certain period of time, and then you sometimes just don't have a choice. You just lose all of your matches, and then you reset, and you can win some more, and back and forth. So
Right.
you know you can't just be like, I'm gonna work extra hard this week, put a little extra time in, I'm gonna win all my matches, and I'll win all my matches next week. So I'll do the same thing.
Yeah, it
Because
doesn't work that way.
at some point you're like, all right, I put in like all the effort and all the time, and I didn't clear zone.
Right. Which,
Um,
yeah, no, no.
that being said, I am consistently amused by the fact that Professor X is stealing Kyber too.
It is kind of entertaining.
It's very silly. This is the new Kyber one.
It is.
All right, so we have just enough time for a trigger photo.
Oh
Actually,
man, this one's great.
oof, it's painful, man. All right, so if this thing, okay, there we go. So focusing on that Riva squad here. Let's zoom it in.
On Riva.
Yeah, I'll let you guys look at it for a little bit. And I actually didn't even see why it was a trigger photo until Sarah told me. So I gotta give credit. Sarah saw it before I did. But okay, so just pause it for a minute if you, because we gotta spoil it here. So pause it. Try to find why this is a trigger photo, and then be honest in the comments. Let us know if you came up with it. Sarah, do you want to do the honors since you told me
Yeah.
as
So
well?
it's a Riva squad, no Grand Inquisitor unlock, since they are Relic 3 Inquisitors
Yeah.
there. 3 and 4, I believe.
At first, I thought it was just
Uh,
because it was like no Omicrons. Like I don't care about that. Like, whatever. Like people are dumb. People don't like they'll put Grand Inquisitor somewhere else. But no, this is
uh,
like they can't even if they wanted to right now they couldn't unlock Grand Inquisitor.
right. You couldn't even use Riva to do it for you.
No. Oh, yeah, like, you could use her to help, but yeah, you
Right.
couldn't get there though.
Right.
Yeah, it's real funny.
Uh, that hurts.
Like this person just mooched off of his much better guild than him, like than he deserves. And then he doesn't even have the decency to put relics on his inquisitors to make the squad like as good as he can make it good.
Like, just why stop? Just relic them. Just take them on up. You don't even have to. Like, I know so many people who, when they were going for Grand Inquisitor, went straight to Relic 7 since they needed it for Riva for the mission. You don't even have to do that because you got her.
Yeah, like Relic 5 is probably sufficient, frankly.
Yeah. Man.
All right, we're going to Sarah's channel. Click down below for her channel. More shenanigans will ensue. I almost guarantee it, 'cause Sarah's involved, and it'll be okay, folks. We'll be okay. I'll be there, too.
Yeah.
So yeah, click there or go to the video description if you want things. If you want to do things just a little bit more difficult. So we'll see you over there. Like and subscribe here and there, please.
Yeah, that.